What's up, everyone? It's your boy Techbswift bringing to you another review. Today we're going to do a quick unboxing and my 3-week review and assessment of the Nexus 6P. As you see, I got two of them in case you're wondering why I got two. This is the one I've been rocking with for the last 3 weeks, and this is the one I just got in the mail yesterday. This is going to be my work phone, and then this is my personal phone. So as you see, here's my Nexus 6P, and let's jump right into it. So when you get it in the mail, it comes in this nice little package, this nice hard box. I guess just a paper layer over the top. The back shows the Nexus 6P. As you see, I got it in aluminum. It shows you the specs, the serial number, and all that good stuff up there, as well as the side. So we're going to jump right into it. Open it up, and you get this nice little card. On the card, it shows the Nexus 6P. The P is for premium. You turn it around and it'll show you the accessories that comes with the phone. You get the adapter, Type C to C, USB cord, Type C to USB-A. And then it shows you all the power buttons, how to hook everything up, SIM card instructions, etc. So, Nexus 6P. We'll jump into this in a second. I know there's a lot of unboxings out there. Inside you get this nice little safety manual warranty. Also you get the SIM card eject tool, but I left it on my work desk, so I don't have it right now. You get a 90-day free subscription to try Google Music. This is for people who are not already a Google Play subscriber. If you are, you don't qualify. Here's the USB Type C to USB-A connector that we were talking about earlier. Here's your USB Type C to Type C, and this plugs directly into the adapter, which is the USB-C adapter. So if you have any other type of USB Type C cables, you cannot plug it into this unless it is a Type C to Type C. This is a rapid charger. It typically will recharge your phone anywhere between, if it's completely dead, I say around 90 minutes you get a 100% charge. It charges extremely fast. I mean, if you're down to 20%, you just need to get enough to get you to the day. In about 30 minutes, you will have that. So I'm a very heavy user, and with my battery life, I've been able to get an entire day with no problem at all. So let's turn this bad boy on real quick. Show you what a brand new one looks like when you first turn it on. So here's the thing. I've had a couple Nexus 6Ps. I had to send a couple back. So when you get your Nexus 6Ps, there's a couple things you need to check for. Let me turn this on real quick. As you see, at the top of the phone you have your headphone jack. The bottom you have your Type C charger. Left hand side you have a SIM card tray. On the back you have your fingerprint reader, your camera, your flash, and here is your laser focus for your camera's phone. And this is also a microphone. On the front, you have your speakers. There's dual front-facing speakers, top and bottom. And then on the right-hand side, you have your power button and your volume rocker up and down. Now, as I stated, I've had a couple Nexus 6Ps that I had to send back because there's been some issues, some quality control issues, mainly with the screen. I'm trying to skip through everything so you guys can get right into it. But with the screens, I received a couple screens that they weren't even. Some of them had a pinkish hue to them or a yellowish tint. Some of them were like half and half, where the top half of the screen would be pink and the bottom will be white. This one doesn't look too terrible. One of the ways you can check is turning off active display and just cranking it up. If you crank it up and you notice that your phone is 2 or 3 different colors, that's a problem. I love this phone. I absolutely love this phone, but if I'm going to pay $600 for a phone, this is a 64 gigabyte version, I want to make sure that it's right. Another issue you have to watch out for is some people are complaining that the top and bottom speakers are uneven. I do notice this on every phone that I had. I had one phone that the top and bottom didn't sound uneven. The top primarily sounds louder than the bottom. I think that has to do with some of the manufacturing. It's not a big deal because it still sounds great, but you will notice it, especially if you play something that plays at the top, plays at the bottom, or if you turn it sideways for full screen, sometimes you'll notice the left is louder than the right if you're holding it this way. So that's a couple things you got to be careful of. Also, there's a slight rattle and some of the speakers or the camera sensors, when you tap it, as you hear right there, you can hear that it rattles a little bit. I did have a couple that didn't rattle at all. It's not a big deal, okay? The picture still turn out fine. It's still a great camera. It just had a little rattle to it for whatever reason. I don't care about that. Your phone's covered under manufacturer warranty for a year, so who cares? So here's my assessment of the Nexus 6P. Just give a little background. The last year alone, I've had the Note 4, Note Edge, S6 Edge, iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, LG G3, and I've had the Note 5. The Note 5 was my previous phone before getting the Nexus 6P, and I just sold the Note 5. A lot of questions come up between the Note 5 and the Nexus 6P, or what's the best Android phone. I'm going to give it to you honestly, okay? The best phone on the market, hands down, is the Note 5. The Note 5's camera is better. I mean, there's no question to it. The Note 5's screen is better. There's no question to it. Note 5 has Samsung Pay, which works at 90% plus of all credit card terminals. So the Samsung Pay alone is better than Apple Pay, is better than Android Pay, which comes with the Nexus 6P. So it's just the Note 5 is an awesome, well-built phone. The reason I want the Nexus 6P over the Note 5 is a couple of them. One, updates. You know, this is a Google flagship phone, meaning you're going to get your updates right away. If the next version or iteration of Android drops tomorrow, you're going to get it right away. You're not going to have to wait for Android or Google to send it to Samsung. Samsung's going to add their bloatware, their TouchWiz, and other items to the software. Send it to the carrier. The carrier's going to add their additional bloatware, and now you get it 6 months later. I'm sick of dealing with that. I'm sick of the frustration, so I moved on. Another reason, this is a USA phone, meaning any carrier in the US, I can just pop a SIM card in and this phone will work 100%. No issues. So now I'm not bound by carriers because I have a phone that I love and I don't want to go somewhere and spend some more money. So that's another reason. As I mentioned, TouchWiz on the Samsungs, it's much better than it used to be, but it still sucks. It's really, really smooth. It's really nice, but it's another layer of software that they dropped on top of Android, which means you're never going to get the fluidity that you get from a pure Nexus. It's just not going to happen. You can argue with me all day. They can make all the system tweaks. They can throw all the hardware and software they want at it. It's not going to be the same experience. And then last but not least, shout out to my XDA family out there, the development community. I'm very, very highly invested in the development community. I like to create my own ROMs, plus I like to utilize other people's stuff. You don't really have that environment available for a lot of the other phones out there because of locked bootloaders and trying to obtain root is starting to be very, very hard for the majority of the phones. With Google, they don't care what you do. So as far as me having this phone the last 3 weeks, have I had any issues? No. Other than, like I said, some of the manufacturing and quality issues, I haven't experienced anything. It's been awesome. The camera's great. Like I stated before, I had the Note 5 before this, and it's not as good as the Note 5, but this will do. If I want to record something or take a picture of something and I really need the best of the best camera, I use one of my Sony's mirrorless cameras, or I use one of my DSLRs. So this phone is a boss. It works. I'm big, like I said, I'm big into the Android development, so I do a lot of customizations. I flash a lot of custom ROMs. I can show you guys some of my setups if you want to see it. Some of my themes that I truly enjoy. But as far as this phone, I highly recommend this phone to anyone who wants a pure Android experience, receive the most up-to-date updates, and wants the freedom of being able to use any carrier that you want. Once again, it's your boy Techbswift. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please subscribe. I will be giving away a couple cases that you see on my desk now, but that's at a later date. So please subscribe. Stay tuned. Look forward to hearing from you guys.